Okay, and then another topic we're going to talk about is piecewise function. These are graphs that basically are defined one way over one interval and a different way over another interval. These are your intervals. And so let's look at this. If we look at a graph and we have 3x plus 5 as our graph from where x is less than 0. This is the x-axis, this is y. This is where 0 is for x. Here's 1, here's 2, here's -1, here's -2. And so this 0 right here, I don't want that to look like a point. That 0 right there is what they're talking about. Anything to the left of that, it is going to be the graph of the line 3x plus 5. So 3x plus 5 would be, it would end here. We're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, left 1. And we have a line going something like this. Okay. Now, one thing to note, it says it's less than the 0, so it can't actually have a point at 0. So it is open up here. Okay. Anything on this black line is a point on that part of the graph. Now, it says for the other part, 4x plus 7 for anything greater than that. Well, 4x plus 7 would get graphed here. And it'd go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. It kind of goes steeper. And so you get two different graphs. Let me show you what that looks like with Desmos. So let's open Desmos. I don't know if I can put the interval in there, but we'll see. Let's go. Desmos graphing. I want you to see this. Y equals 3x plus 5. Can I put an interval? For how can I get this? I wonder if we can. I think you can. I just have to figure out what the... Alright, so then we'll just do it this way. 4x plus 7. How can I do this? Okay, so what you want to see is you don't want to see the purple on the left of this, but you want to see the purple on the right. You don't want to see the red on the right. You want to see the red on the left. I know there's a way to put intervals on here. Let's see. It's brackets. Okay. It's greater than... There it is. Oops. Okay, so there we go. There we have it. So that's what your graph looks like. Notice that's kind of similar to this. I mean, obviously it's not the most beautiful graph that I've ever drawn, but one thing to note, I couldn't put greater than or equal to in here. You might be able to, but I'm not going to look it up. The only different, or I'm sorry, you can't put greater than or equal to. So you know that the top one, that this one should be a point, whereas this one is not actually a point. It should be undefined right there at 0, 5. It should not have a point. 0 undefined. Okay. So there is that. Let's look at another one. Let's look at some points now. Let's kind of go through this and evaluate some of these. So if I say f of -2, what am I saying? I'm saying f of x, but I'm looking at f of -2. So what have I done? I've replaced this x with -2. Well, which one of these has negative 2 in it? Well, where x is less than 0. So that's the one I'm going to plug this into. I'm going to do 3 times negative 2 plus 5, which is negative 6 plus 5, which is f of negative 2 is equal to negative 1. Okay. If I do f of 0 now, which interval does that fall into? Well, 0 is not less than 0, so it's not that one. It must be this one. F of 0 is equal to 4 times 0 plus 7, which is 0 plus 7, which is 7. So that's that one, and then f of 3, that one is also going to fall into the second equation because 3 is greater than 0. We're looking at the intervals. And so f of 3 is equal to 4 times 3, which is 12 plus 7, which is 19. Okay, and you should obviously try this. Let's try 38. If I plug in f of negative 3, then I have 6 times negative 3 minus 1, which is negative 18 minus 1, which is negative 19. And then we have, we plug 0 in. Well, 0 falls into the second equation, so I'm looking at f of is equal to 7 times 0 plus 3, which is 0 plus 3, which is 3. And f of 4, I am looking at 7 times 4 plus 3, 28 plus 3, which is 31. And so there you have it. You can see that you get your values by plugging it into the one where the interval actually works. So I hope this is helpful. Make sure you do this on Alex. You guys are doing great, I'm sure. I hope you're well. I'm not ill right now. Thank you, guys.